Adam Toledo, Dante Wright, George Floyd. Three people we have been talking about all week here at NewsNation and across the country, but only a fraction of the victims killed by police across the United States. For years, these incidents have drawn a line between black lives and blue lives, but for some, there's overlap. Officers who see themselves in both the Black Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter movements. And tonight we're learning about what those officers are going through. Right now I'm joined by Lieutenant Cheryl Orange with the Ethical Society of Police, a police union that holds police accountable. Lieutenant, we appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
George Floyd died, I understand, on your birthday. Will you describe what it was like for you to watch that video?
It was horrifying. And yes, ma'am, he did die on my birthday. And it was very devastating for me. And the reason why is because he's a human being. And why was he handled in that manner? It seemed like it could have been some different options instead of what had occurred.
Lieutenant, on one side, we have Black Lives Matter. On the other side, Blue Lives Matter. You are a black police officer. Do you see a way forward where the line between those two can become a bridge?
Absolutely. First of all, if we treat each other with kindness, it's the human thing to do. We are all human beings, no matter what color we are, what we support, what religion we support. We are all human beings, and we need to treat each other kind. It doesn't cost us anything to do that. And as law enforcement officers, that's what we take an oath to do, is to serve and protect our community. And the problem is when we do not do that, and then it becomes a lack of trust.
You say when police unions stand behind their officers, seemingly regardless of their contact, it erodes public trust in law enforcement. It creates that divide. You're a longtime member, as I said, of the Ethical Society of Police. In your mind, what is the role and the responsibility of police unions, particularly in this moment?
In this moment, it's the responsibility for us to walk, talk, and stand in the truth. If we, as law enforcement officers, is transparent, then that helps keep us transparent and help that the community can have a trust in us. But it's when we don't do that, is that when they have a distrust for us in law enforcement.
In the Brooklyn Center case, the Ethical Society of Police was pretty quick to comment, calling out what you say was negligence by that officer involved. The officer undoubtedly made a deadly mistake. It cost a life. Accountability and justice are words that we continue to hear rising to the surface. What do those words mean to you?
It means that the community must hold us accountable, because we are here to serve the community, to protect the community. So it is important for us to always stand in our truth. And if we do that, it would definitely heal the divide that you see today when there's so much distrust between law enforcement and the community. And we must hold ourselves accountable. We have to, because I guess the community depends on us as law enforcement officers to do that.
I know you're watching the demonstrations and the violence that's happening right now. Most recently, this looting in Brooklyn Center, bottles being thrown at officers, businesses are being looted. Does this type of activity lead to the change we need? As an officer, how do you respond to what you're seeing?
That doesn't make it right. We should not do that. The community should not do that. We should come together and try to come up with solutions to help us heal this divide. And one of the ways to do that is come to the table with conversation. Let's have a conversation. I know sometimes they feel that we talk all the time and that doesn't do anything, but come to the conversation with your solutions. How can we help to just really come together and not be so divided on these issues?
Kindness, conversation, accountability, and the hope is to create that bridge between Black lives and blue lives. Lieutenant Cheryl Orange, we appreciate your time tonight. We certainly appreciate your perspective.
Thank you so very much, and you be safe and well. Take care.
You as well.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Rutabaga.